Well, step number 2 is we have to take the inside track away from career politicians. I don't think politicians are supposed to have careers in their field. You know, it's politics is meant for people that are passionate about bringing about solutions, and then they fix things, and then they go back to their lives. Or if they're still so passionate about leading or keeping things fixed, then that inside track shouldn't be there. Right. They see, as long as that's there, they don't have to do their job as well. Now, there's certain things like mission number 1, step number 2 is I want to get rid of mass mailings in the Frank. Right now, well, the Frank it's government funded or taxpayer funded mail that our legislators are able to use. And you know, when people, you know, any election year, they'll find they get more mail from any given legislator. So now that's wrong, because their names and faces are being made more familiar to a lot of people that usually, you know, a lot of people, they just vote for who's familiar to them. Like, you know, I know that name, so I'll vote for him. I don't know this other guy that wasn't able to afford commercials. So, you know, I'm going to vote for the guy I know, because people think it's better to have the devil that you know than the devil you don't know. You know, sadly, politics has become a game for people that are usually in it for themselves.
Sure.
But so what I want to do is take that inside track away, and you know, and
level the playing field.
Yeah, make it a little easier for regular people to get involved. And then step number 3 in mission 1 is real campaign finance reform. I want to make it so that there doesn't have to be a campaign contribution. I don't want anybody to have to make a campaign contribution. What I want to see is 8 weeks of people running.
Right.
And you know, if you've made it through your primary or what have you, and you're running, then for 8 weeks you can have yourself on the Unpartisan Board of Elections website, where you post your platform, you can speak on the issues, and you can debate, and you know, that's where people go to get informed.
And just keep it isolated to that, so that
right there. Okay. And see, and then anybody that doesn't go online, they can go online at the public library, or there's also public access television that you can run all that same footage that's online on public access TV. And now people can see what everybody's about, and it didn't cost anybody anything, and it didn't. We're getting rid of the incentive for politicians to have to sell out to a campaign contributor. Some people have told me after reading my website, they're like, "You've got great ideas, but it's so long." I'm like, well, we're that screwed up. You know? So we need that many solutions.
Well, there's honesty. We haven't heard. Hey, yeah, I don't think anyone will dispute the fact that at this point, with I don't know, what is it, $3 or $6 billion in debt for New York State alone. I won't even talk about the 1.3 trillion that this year that the government's in debt for on that nation. Yeah, we are pretty screwed up. There's no one can deny that.
But talking about, you know, the economy again, because you're saying how messed up we are. You know, there's 3 more steps to mission number 2.
What's that?
Step number 4 is having provided for 1, 2, 3, where we have a way to bring back business and a way to cap spending and we have a way to have a budget that'll balance itself. And well, I think that we need legislation that says if they can't pass a budget on time, then they shouldn't be getting paid for as long as it's overdue, because, you know, I'm making it super easy.
You're willing to take that as well?
Yeah.
You're willing to take no pay if the budget can't get passed.
You know, don't pay. Yeah. But you know what? I make it so easy for the budget to get passed. It's crazy, because, you know, and I say that steps 1, 2, 3 have to happen first, because if we make step 4 happen, then our legislators will just say, okay, well, we'll just raise taxes so that we can balance the budget this year.
Okay, so it makes sense.
And so, yeah, I want to, steps 1, 2, 3 have to happen first, because yeah, I don't trust politicians.
Let me ask you something that I know some viewers would wonder about as well. Slightly different direction is the question of how do I phrase this? Directly, I'll go directly here. Some people are concerned about religion, politicians and religion,
Yeah.
not so much the separation of church and state. We're not talking about that.
Yeah.
Some people, you know, if there's someone who's Jewish or Muslim or Buddhist, a Taoist, they may have a concern going, well, I'm not Christian. How does your faith affect your ability to represent some other faith or some other person of a belief separate of your own in New York State in the assembly?
Well, you know, I think that we have to represent everybody equally, you know, and you can't legislate religion, you know, so I'm not trying to do that. I'm just acting according to my own, you know, and you know, I think that, you know, God wants us to, He wants us to be free to either, you know, be, well, a godly nation, and when I mean, you know, which includes freedom of any religion to be able to get involved in politics.
So it's godly, meaning whatever God you believe in.
Yeah, whatever God you believe in, you know, and whatever you may believe in, I hope that you would get involved in politics, because, you know, we need people to get involved.
True.
You know, and you know, diversity is good. You know, I want to get as many ideas as possible, and you know, I think that we're supposed to be free to choose the kind of environment or the government that we would have for ourselves. And you know, if it's not a godly government, well, we're supposed to be free to choose that as well. You know, so I really think that my religion would have, well, no bearing almost on anybody else's religion, because I'm all for, you know, whatever you want to believe it.
Let me ask you something a little bit more topical. Okay. Some of the issues that are going on in America today. Let's go with close to home, something I know you've heard about, and may be important to some people out there, maybe not. The 9/11 mosque.